I basically learned to toe the line,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was it. But I always had this thought, and I remember having thoughts growing up that I didn't understand life. I'm like, so many parts of it I didn't understand. Like I couldn't understand how my mom got up every day and went to work and she hated it. She was tired when she got home. And I remember thinking to myself, this isn't
Um,
normal. Why do we do this in this world? So there were many times throughout all
yes.
of this where I would question things. But because if I voiced these,
Yeah.
if I said something, it's like, well, that's just the way it is. And I've been told, for a lot of my probably first 30 years of my life, and even beyond then, like this is just the way it is. And so, I certainly learned to stifle my voice because if I said anything that went contrary, I was shut down really, really quickly.
Yes. Okay.
So I
That's
kept it all in.
yeah. I was looking for what the experience was when you did cross the line, right? And it
Yeah, shut
sounds
down
like
essentially. Yeah.
yeah, and then this kind of curiosity that you had, which is natural, and then already beginning to question. I think that's remembering that you were questioning even at a young age why your mom would go off to something that burned her out, actually, that wasn't joyful, that wasn't pleasurable, that wasn't good for her. And seeing that as a young girl,
I know
wow.
it blows my mind now. And of course, the work I do now is just, they say that a lot of you, the work you came here to do on the planet, you knew when you were a kid,
Yes,
right? You
yes.
know, and I knew back then there was something wrong. There was something wrong with that system and that sacrifice that she did. So, but I had a number of those. That was one of the most vivid ones. But I just remember so many times, even getting older, like I don't get this. I don't get this life.
Uh,
Why do we do all these things? It was very confusing to me at times. And so
mhm.
I was painfully shy. I was painfully shy because I had all these thoughts in me, questions, but of course, as we've discussed, if I articulated them, it didn't go well. And so I stuffed all of them down for, decades, literally.
Thank you for being with us today for this episode of Find Your Voice, Change Your Life. Each person Doreen interviews shares what has helped them find their voice. You can learn from these guests and find your voice so you can be confident to speak up and speak out. And remember to download Doreen's free 7-step guide to fearless speaking at doreen7steps.com. We hope you enjoyed the show and will return next time. Until then, goodbye for now.